Hi, I'm Peter Jones, Chartered Surveyor, author and property investor. I've been very honoured and very privileged to be invited to be a mentor on a high-end mentoring programme which has been run here in the Cayman Islands. You see the lovely view behind me. This is Grand Cayman. And the session is all about property and business, and it's great to be able to contribute and to be able to share the experience that I've had in 40 years in property, 20 years of which have been in property for myself as an investor. And of course, when I started in property for myself 20 years ago, I had no idea that it was going to eventually lead me to do things like this. When I started in property, I was starting very purely for the purposes of creating an income, because I needed to have an income. I'd just been made redundant. But of course, none of us have a crystal ball. We don't know what the future holds. And just being in property, being in business has opened up so many different opportunities to me, which I could never have dreamed of when I started. So what's the lesson from this? Well, I suppose one thing which I've noticed about myself, and this might be true for you as well, is that we kind of always tend to think that the way things are the way that things are going to stay, whereas actually my experience through my 40 years and 20 years in property and in property for myself are that that's not true, that things do change, and generally speaking, if you're doing the right stuff, things will change for the better, which is really, really good. So the lesson is, I suppose, go for it. Whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals are, go for it, because you're probably going to end up doing something completely different, somewhere where you didn't imagine it, but it's probably going to be even better than what you're imagining that you're going to be doing at this moment. Well, I hope you found that informative and inspirational. And if you want help in property, please do come over to my website, www.thepropertyteacher.co.uk. Loads of great resources there, including my blog. There's loads of free videos, loads of great articles. There's free reports to download, including Learning with Peter, where you'll be able to access resources like my video courses, like my ebooks, including my home study course, the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, which I've literally sold thousands of copies of, which takes you through how I started in property, literally with none of my own money, but how I was able to build a portfolio of £2 million worth of property in just 4 years. I'll show you everything that I did right so that you can do the same, and I'll show you everything that I did wrong. I'll tell you about all of my mistakes so that you can avoid them, so that you can progress in property far more quickly than me. Until next time, here's to successful property investing.